My first 2 aquarium racks with 4 120-gallon glass tanks just got delivered today. I'm freaking out a little bit, not gonna lie, because I was not expecting delivery until later in the week, so I'm totally not prepared at all. But you know what? It's all right. I'm gonna make this work. Hey guys, it's Jenny. Welcome back to Solid Gold. This is a really impromptu, unexpected time for me to be filming because I was not expecting these aquariums to show up today, not at all. I knew they were showing up this week, but I thought that they were gonna show up later this week, like at their earliest, Thursday. So this is kind of like a mad scramble. The delivery driver showed up. I was sitting in my pajamas in my office taking care of some calendar orders, getting labels printed and everything, signing calendars, and doorbell rang and it was the delivery guy. So him and I got these unloaded from the box truck. He delivered them with a big box truck that had a lift gate, so thankfully he was able to put these on the lift gate and lift them down to ground level. And then he had some kind of pallet jack thing that he scooted them all the way up close to my house with. So there's 2 huge crates. They're like almost 6 feet cubed, and I've got 4 glass aquariums inside of here with the rack system as well. Thankfully I was able to round up some help very last minute. This is JJ. Hi. Hello. JJ and Gustavo, right? Yeah. Yep. We're gonna lift the glass tank. There's 4 120-gallon aquariums, and of course they're all glass because they're from Custom Aquariums and they only make glass tanks. So they're quite heavy, but they're literally built like tanks, no pun intended, and they're gonna last forever. And I was really happy to see that nothing was damaged in shipping. As you can see here, these crates are basically indestructible. Custom Aquariums builds them out of plywood and 2x4s. They build a custom crate for every single order, and they showed up perfectly fine. They told me to remove 2 side panels and the top just to make sure that nothing was damaged before I signed for delivery, and everything was good there. They've got almost everything uncrated and brought in here now. We're just stacking everything up kind of in the center of the room for now. And a little bit later, I don't know if we'll do this tonight or maybe another day, we're gonna get everything actually put together the way it goes. These 2 units are gonna go on this wall close to this tub, like pushed up against it kinda. So, oh my gosh. Look at all this stuff. This is part of one of the rack systems. So there's a cabinet base, and then it holds 2 120-gallon aquariums stacked one on top of the other. Here's one of the tanks here. Beautiful glass tank with the aluminum frame. Super nice. This looks like a piece of one of the racks. I don't quite know yet what piece that is or where it goes. Another part of one of the racks. Back here we've got parts of the sump, the seamless sump that's gonna go underneath these tanks. That actually looks like probably the sock tubs. And just some more pieces over here. Oh my gosh. So much stuff. This is really exciting. Is that it?
Yep. Yeah.
Sweet, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. JJ, Marlo, Manly, Gustavo, he ran away. He doesn't get any credit.
Me.
Yeah, JJ gets all the credit.
I'm the boss.
All right, they got everything moved in here for me. I am so thankful and honestly super lucky that all those guys were just next door. Marlo is my next door neighbor, and JJ's the guy that comes over and cuts my lawn every few weeks. And they just happened to be next door and available to help me. So yeah, this is everything, and it's all just kind of piled up in here right now, obviously. All kind of a mess. This is a lot, wow. But when everything's all said and done and all put together, it's gonna be 2 racks that are gonna stand side by side together right next to this tub against the wall there. and each one holds two 120-gallon aquariums. They're all drilled and everything for the overflow, and also there's a drain hole right there, so I'll be able to turn a valve and just drain the tanks for my water changes. But this is going to be quite the task to get all this set up and put together properly. My gosh, you guys, look at this. I'm speechless. Wow, I don't know what to say. This is amazing. So I have the racks mostly set up. This is approximately where they're gonna go in the room. They actually have to scoot over a little bit that way. I might not have as much room on this wall as I thought I would have. I don't know why. Like on paper, it always seems like you have more room than you really do. So I'm gonna have to maybe rethink having some tubs stacked right here. And yeah, they might not fit there anymore, but I don't know. We'll see. Everything is still kind of in the works, but this is what we've got so far. We've got 4 aquariums here so far, 4 120-gallon tanks, and I started setting up the racks. They're not completely fully set up yet because I still want to vacuum out the aquariums and wipe down the glass with vinegar just to get everything nice and clean and clear to start setup. And also the holes are drilled in the tanks, but the bulkheads aren't set up yet, so I still have to do that. I think all the bulkhead parts are here in this box, along with all the hose and the overflows and the returns and things like that. So, and here we've got the sock tubs. I think this is the first thing that the water goes through in the filtration. So that's like the mechanical filtration. The filter socks help catch all of the debris. And then it goes through, I think, this chamber next, which is full of trays that will have biological media on them. The biological media are here in these buckets. And then it gets returned back to the tank. And these sumps will go underneath the cabinet. So this bottom part here where it's sitting in front of, that's the cabinet under the tanks where the sump filters will go. So they're gonna sit in there and they're gonna be nice and hidden and covered up because these front panels go on the front of the cabinet. They're all wrapped up right now, but you get the picture. There's 2 panels for each rack, and they slide back and forth, so you can open one side and then open the other side. They also just lift right out really easily, so those are gonna be really handy. And then this here is where the bottom tanks will sit. Bottom row of tanks will sit right here. And then there's a spacer here. This is how you actually access the bottom tanks to maintain them and things like that. I think this is a space of about, I would say like 10 inches or so. So you'll be able to reach in here and kind of maintain the tank as you need to. This space here will also have a front panel covering it. That's what these here are. They're all wrapped up, but again, you get the picture. These go here. You can slide back and forth to open it. And then the top row of tanks is way up here. This is so tall. Like, just to give you an idea, this is like my eye level. So these tanks are so tall. I'm gonna need probably a taller step ladder to maintain them because this is the one I have now and it's just not gonna cut it, you guys. It's not tall enough. So I'm gonna have to get a taller step ladder. But what I really want is one of those ladders that they have like in libraries that are on a track and they just like whoosh, slide back and forth along the bookshelf. Yeah, it'll be like that except aquariums instead of a bookshelf. No, I'm just kidding. I probably won't do that, but I think it would be funny. And then there's kind of a canopy up on the top to hide the light strip. And that also has sliding panel doors that will go on the front of it. So those are the first 2 racks. There's gonna be one more that has the same exact footprint. And it's gonna have one of these glass tanks on the bottom, the same size as these, but on the top it's gonna have an amphibious aquarium, so it'll hold water on the bottom and then have an open air portion up top for some kind of arboreal animal or maybe just plants that are kind of growing up on the background and stuff. It'll be really cool. And then there's gonna be a larger tank down there as well. So I'm quickly running out of wall space on this room here. I calculated how much space I would have and planned accordingly. So everything should all fit, but it's gonna be a tight fit. I might have to take away some space from this little area here to make everything fit really nicely, but we'll see. As if I wasn't already busy enough this month with Vlogmas and all the calendar orders that I'm getting out, I now have really got my work cut out for me, you guys. But I cannot wait to start getting these tanks set up. They're gonna be really beautifully, nicely put together goldfish tanks, and I wanna get a kind of a cross section of all the different goldfish varieties. So not just butterfly telescopes, even though those are my favorite, and honestly I'll probably have one entire tank dedicated to just butterfly telescopes, but I have plenty of other tanks to work with as well. So I really want a cross section of the different goldfish varieties so that no matter what variety it is that is your personal favorite, most likely you will see it represented here somewhere in my fish room and in my videos. And I'll probably have enough aquariums to work with realistically that I can have some other species in addition to just goldfish as well. I haven't quite decided what other species I might want to bring out here into the fish room, but I have plenty of time to decide that. That'll be some content for another day because honestly we have our hands full as it is. I think we have enough to do here. So that's where I'm gonna wrap up today's vlog. This has been a really unexpected day of filming. I wasn't planning on filming today at all. I was just planning on getting some behind the scenes things done like the calendar orders and planning for this arrival to happen, but it just kind of surprised it happened today, so I'm filming today, so. So I guess that makes this Vlogmas day 5. This month has been crazy so far, you guys, but I have to say, crazy in the best possible way. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and until then, stay gold. Rubber ducky, you're the